Hello and welcome to the channel. Today, we will take a look at a 2019 thriller movie called Burn. The movie begins with a girl named Melinda. She used to work as an attendant at a gas station. Melinda was a shy, lonely, and introverted. Then we see her colleague named Sheila, who has an attitude, mentions the toilets need cleaning. Later, while taking a break, she searches through her phone for photos of a police officer named Lou. When Officer Lou comes to the store, Melinda used to secretly takes pictures of him. Sheila tries to get Melinda to do some dance moves, then films them much to Melinda's disgust. Melinda requests her to delete the video, but she ignores her. An older customer enters the stores. Melinda attends him, but the man ignores her and talks to Sheila. He offers Sheila a pair of shoe insoles to ease her standing all night. But Sheila is creeped out, having seen the man many times before, and tells her to leave the store. The shoes fit Melinda, however, and she tries to make amends with the dejected man as he walks outside, but to no avail. Scene shift, and we see a man parks vehicle outside the store, hides a gun and enters the store. Melinda says hello and shakes hand with him. He introduces to her as Billy. He asks her if she works here alone, to which she replies, "Two people, me and Sheila, work here." Police officer named Lou pulls up. On seeing the police vehicle, Billy enters the stores. Lou strikes up a conversation with Melinda. On the other hand, we see Billy asks Sheila about the bathroom, and when Officer Lou enters the store, he goes to the bathroom. We see Melinda was secretly clicking pictures of Officer Lou and Sheila, but Sheila catches her in the act. Melinda drops her phone, breaking the screen, and Lou consoles her before being called away on an alert. After Officer Lou leaves, Sheila tells her how creepy she is, and tells her to give the phone or she will report her and will lose her job. Melinda gives her phone to Sheila, and finds that she had multiple pictures of Officer Lou. Sheila deletes the pictures. Hurt by the Sheila action, Melinda goes on a smoke break. Upon returning, Melinda finds Billy had pointed gun on Sheila. In a rather jovial manner, he demands cash. He tells her that he is here to rob the store, not them, and he will not hurt them if they cooperate. Sheila tells that they don't have much cash in the store. He gets disappointed on seeing the money, but tells them to give what they have. Sheila asks him if the gun was even real. He demonstrates that his gun is real by firing it, and says to Melinda to tell her friend to stop being difficult, to which Melinda says she is not her friend, and asks him what he need the money for, to which Billy replies, to pay off debt and pay the bikers. She also asks if whether the money is enough or not, and when he says no, she tells that they have more money in the safe and then goes to fill the bag with the money. Meanwhile, two customers enters the store. Billy tells Sheila that if she tells about him, he will kill all the people in the store. While the customers were billing, Sheila writes in the note that the store is being robbed and call 911, and when she was about to give the note, Melinda arrives there with the bag full of cash and crumbles the paper. When the customers leave, Billy thanks Melinda for making his task easy. She tells Billy that she wants to go with him, but he refuses. But Melinda tells that she can be useful for him, but he again refuses and asks for the bag. Melinda refuses to give the bag. After a struggle, he snatches the bag. When Billy was about to leave with the money, Sheila berates him with profanities. On hearing all these, Billy turns back, and when she says her boyfriend has bigger pippy than him, he tosses her around the cabin and tells Melinda to lock the door. She does so, and then orders her to go to the bathroom. Billy hauls Sheila to the break room and begins beating her, but Melinda sneaks up behind him and throws the pot of hot coffee in his face. Scalded, he accidentally fires his gun, killing Sheila before Melinda hits him over the head with a fire extinguisher, knocking him out. Later, when Billy wakes up, he finds that Melinda was mopping the blood off the floor, and has wrapped Sheila's body in a tarp. Billy finds that he is strapped to a chair. Melinda asks Billy that why he doesn't want to take her with him. Billy says that he didn't want to put her in danger as the biker group could be dangerous, and says that they are in same team. Later, Billy asks her for a cigarette. Melinda gives him the cigarette. Later, he asks her for pain relief medicines. Melinda goes to get the medicine, but observes in the security camera that he is trying to free himself, so she takes another tablet instead of the pain relief one. Later, she gives him the medicines. Melinda says that he wants to leave with him, but wants to figure out what to say to her boyfriend. Billy gets a little surprised when he finds that she has a boyfriend. Melinda again asks him if he would take her with him, but Billy tells him his own plan to her, that was first to pay the bikers and then he will come back to pick her up. Melinda doesn't say anything and gives him one more tablet. Melinda then brings a tape and proceed to open Billy's pants, but Billy says that they could do this later, and should leave now, but Melinda says that she knew he was lying and when she will free him he will kill her. She then tapes his eyes and mouth, and then assaults him. He struggles and is able to rip the tape holding one of his arm. Knocking Melinda away, still blind, he tries chasing after her, but ends up knocking himself out. Melinda then takes the bag of money and comes in the store. Reaching her limit, Melinda puts the gun up to her chin briefly before breaking down and sobbing, telling the customer to leave her alone. Later she calls 911 but Sheila's boyfriend Perry arrives at the store and asks her about Sheila. Melinda tells him that Sheila left with another man, but doesn't know where they went. Perry calls at Sheila's number and finds her phone on the floor. Perry says that she is lying to him because she can't stay a minute away without her phone. Perry warns her if something happened to her she will face consequences, but she repeats her words and says she left with a guy and might have gone to a motel. Perry leaves the station in search of Sheila. Melinda steps out back to find somewhere to bury the bodies when the bikers arrive looking for Billy. She claims not to have seen him and won't let them enter the store as the store is closed, but the bikers says that this is a 24-hour store, but Melinda says today the store is closed. After an armed standoff, the bikers leave. Melinda realizes that she can't access the surveillance data to destroy the proofs, so she decides to burn the station instead. She begins by filling the container with gasoline. Later Officer Lou returns, recognizing Billy's car as stolen, parked outside the station. He questions Melinda, who says she hasn't seen anything suspicious. But Officer Lou calls the station manager for access to the surveillance data. Melinda then says she did saw someone suspicious and gives the description of Perry and says the person asked about the motel. She also tells him that if he leave now he might be able to catch him, but Officer Lou decides to search the station. Melinda goes behind him and points a gun at him. But when Officer Lou finds nothing suspicious she hides the gun. Officer Lou then leaves the station. Melinda then comes where she had kept Billy hostage, but she finds no one there. She then begins to spill the gas throughout the station, and then prepare to leave the station with the bag full of cash, but suddenly the power goes out and door gets security locked. Billy arrives there. She tells Billy she will light the place on fire if he comes near to her. Meanwhile Perry also arrives outside the station. Billy explains all the things to Perry about Melinda, what she did to her, and also tells about how she killed the co-worker Sheila. And when he asks Melinda about Sheila, Billy comes from behind and kills him by inserting the gas pipe onto his mouth. Melinda calls Officer Lou and tells him that she lied earlier to him, and there was a person in the store. Melinda pleads with Billy to simply take the money and leave, but he wants revenge. He reminds her how she assaulted him and made him a killer. He then fires his gun, which ignites the gas and engulfs him in flames. Melinda grabs a fire extinguisher and escapes through the front door as Lou and other officers arrive. He helps Melinda into his car and comforts her, Melinda believing she has finally found somebody who cares, and the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed the explanation. Please subscribe if you did. Thank you for watching.